brain shifts and goes on. I don't know if it's like a quick lunch break, like quick smoke break for them. I'm not sure. And then like my brain, I don't know, generates, and then I start over here and be like, that's not where I was. That's not okay. Let me come back. Y'all don't hear me. It's fine. You don't feel me. It's okay. It's okay though. That's the thing. I am okay with being with myself. I'm not even gonna say by myself, just with myself. Okay. Because I don't belong anywhere, right? Remember what I said? The show is for everybody because I definitely don't fit anywhere. Um, so but we were talking about like so last week, um first of all, I want to check in and ask, did anybody try my little free game that I blessed y'all with last week? Right. So what I mentioned was at any time that say if for those that are like they physically have to go out to work, right? Or even if not, I would hope it doesn't really pertain to the people that aren't physically going to work, because I would hope that if you are in a relationship, married, or whatever the case may be, that you are not so connected with someone like from your outside world, like work or something like that, where they have your number or something and they would feel the need or feel comfortable enough to like flirt with you, you know what I mean? Like through your phone. So I really hope it doesn't pertain to anybody that is working from home and that you have a colleague or a coworker that slid something cute. Because um, but like for anybody that has to physically go out to work, and say if there's that one person that, just either tries to flirt or even truthfully, right, realistically, that you might find attractive, right? It happens just because you're in a relationship. And so I'm learning and hearing that just because even if you're married, that people don't stop being attractive. I thought that. Like when I tell y'all, I really plans to be all about my husband. But whatever. I guess there will be another handsome specimen out here somewhere. But I just be having blinders on. Like when I say when I was in a relationship, I couldn't even. That was why this is so TMI, but y'all know I don't care. TMI queen, here I am. When I was like in a relationship, I wasn't into like watching porn, right? Just like I can't look at another penis. Like, oh my, I cannot. That is cheating, right? Until I got into it and then I loved it. But whatever, right? And that is behind me now. But the point being, that I'm just so into it. But apparently, like I said, there are attractive people still out here in the world, even when you are like in a happy, healthy relationship. So I digress. But for the people that, physically have to still go to work, that, if somebody been tested it and tried it, that you use that like every time something, even if they made eye contact, that you reached out to your significant other. I hope y'all tried that. I really hope you do. If you did, like, let me know. This you don't have to tell me. I guess y'all feel like you won't tell me. So you can call in anonymously. You can call in and text anonymously. I don't want to put anybody on the spot, even though keep in mind that this is what this is for. This is what the B mix is for. Like, just pour it out. I be just open, just vulnerable, just open heart surgery on y'all every week. Okay. And for what the past, go us. We've been going strong, y'all, for a couple months now. Hey, B mix. Hey, B mix. Okay. We've been on what since July? August. Oh, not coming up for the end of the year. Not going on for a couple months now. Strong, okay? Strong. Come on. Let me kiss that. Kiss that for y'all because I know I'm a clown. I don't care. But yeah, so anywho, I don't want to put you on the spot, even though I would love for you just to feel open enough to just go in and tell us about your business. But you can call in and text in, and that's okay. The number is on the screen. You already see it. Because y'all watch our every week. I don't have it committed to memory. I'm going to get it, though. Side note, because I tell myself, I always tell my producer that I'm going to commit it to memory, and I haven't yet. So shout out to the fact that I just celebrated 5 seconds ago that it's been months, and I still haven't committed the number to memory. I'm working on it. I digress. So in the same breath, though, when we were talking about like that free game, guess what, y'all? The number is, if you'd like to call in or text to the B Mix, or into the B Mix rather, to this episode right here in real time, baby. The number is 443-642-9403. Again, 443-642-9403. Let me know what's up. Okay. Again, you can text and call anonymously. Did I say anonymously? I know I meant anonymously, right? Okay. Carrying on. Okay. So in that same token of like what you should be calling and texting me about, telling me if you tried the whole, oh hey, I reached out to my significant, oh, you know what? I just thought about y'all might be booed up. Okay. Go ahead, text it. Go ahead, text it. I get it. Y'all might be around them because it's evening time, whether if you had to go out to work or not. Okay, I get it. It's Rona. Everybody's in the house. My bad. My bad. All right, y'all. I get it. That's my bad. See, I be thinking though. I try to catch it. So I try to help y'all out because what y'all not finna do is blame it on the B mix and say that we broke up and happy home around here. Okay, that's not it's not in our on our resume. That's not what we do around here. Okay, but still, somehow, some way, let me know. Even if you gotta like all right, I don't want to teach y'all to slide and be all like secretive, but even if you like just send a DM or something, like just drop it in a message, send a message. I just want to know. That's all. I ain't nosy or nothing. I just want to know. Moving on. But in that same token of how, get like we mentioned last week of getting better at even like loving on, pouring on, showing and expressing your care for even your significant other, right? That really wasn't even the whole topic, but just to speak around like that free game piece from last week, that it was about then expressing self to your neighbor, to your brother, to your sister, by blood and not by blood. Like just expressing. It's okay. It's so okay. Because here's the thing. If you mesh the attitude that a lot of us have, which is, I don't care, I'ma just do whatever, right? I'm like, follow me, okay? Just follow my way of thinking. I'm the thug when it comes to like emotions, right? Not the I don't have none. No. As in, I'm such a thug that even with emotions, I go hoard. Like I really crack myself up. So I go hoard, right? And emotions simply because I'm the person that's like, well, I'ma just love and that's that. Like, so you know what I mean? Like I go hard that way instead of I'm so tough that I don't feel, I don't express it. No, I'ma just love. And then if you don't take it, that's on you. I don't care. That's where we need to mesh those two concepts. So the concept of expressing self, the concept of just loving, being a nice human, being a good person, because y'all, I can't express it enough. I can't stress it enough. I can't iterate and reiterate it enough that it feels so good just to be happy for somebody else. It does. To me, it tells me that you've aligned yourself so much that you're able to, appreciate somebody else's stuff. It might not matter as much as it does to them. Like it may not matter that much to you, right? And that's okay. But then that's where respect come in. RESPECT. Okay. Find out what it means to me. Here, it means simply just have enough, to use the word in my own definition, have enough respect for me, give enough thought and care and concern and thought, I already said thought, toward me, right? Consideration toward me that before me that you just know, like, Benia, okay, Benia just gonna be Benia. And that's okay. And I'ma just respect it. It's cool, right? But to me, that's that fine line between, because I see or have heard and seem to pick up on that there's this, seems like an unspoken, but a debate nonetheless, right? Of people that, feel like, well, why should I just have to deal with that's just how such and such is? I get it. I hear that. Always why I believe that everything's case by case. Okay. As far as like either the situation or the person, or the history, just different things, right? It's case by case. But there are the people that believe like, why should I have to, just deal with who this person is, yada, 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 versus, I mean, I'm trying to just appreciate that they are this person. That's where appreciation comes in, right? When you're giving a person respect enough of just who they are, what they're into, how they are. And then, that shows that you appreciate that that's just who they are. That could be good and bad. You could just appreciate the fact that somebody's a not so good and not so nice person. I can. I know plenty of them. Plenty of them. And okay. Why? Because I don't allow whatever they eat to make me poop. Okay. I just don't. I don't pull out what they eat. I'm okay with that too. Okay. Um, so it's easier. It's easier. I'll be so honest. It's easier just to be a nice person. Imagine if you switched up and just follow me, all okay. Don't get to clicking off so fast now. When I say this, it could even go as far as being pleasant. That's all I'm saying. Pleasant and polite. Okay, because that's gonna segue us into um into our notes for this week, right? So remember the word polite, but it could go as far as being pleasant toward the people that are calling with the, hi, we've been trying to reach you with the warranty and da 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 da. Like the automated system, I get it, but you also know there's somebody in line. But if it's initially a person, whether if it's somebody with a thick accent, okay, and I mean thick all up in the throat, okay, thick. It's a person doing their job. Just okay, let them know. No, thank you. What's so wrong, yo? I will admit it's probably because I don't really have. Well, I got a life now, but it's a totally different life. So I still, in my mind, sometimes feel like because I don't have a life, but it could be because I don't have. Oh, I Nate. To those who deserve it, is what Nate said. So yes, but for me, not necessarily. See, I have this thing about me that I can at least respect not necessarily the who you are, but the what you represent. So I can at least, even if you don't respect yourself as a human being at the bare minimum, I can at least respect the fact that you are a human being, that you are another human being that probably has your own issues, your own this, your own that. Like, I can at least respect that. So technically, it may not be someone that we deem as though deserves it, but I can give it anyway. Because truthfully, if we're very honest, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to respect somebody that may not be respectable or respectful. Now, here's the thing: respect is the bare minimum, like I said. So it's that's it. Here's the ground, and then here go respect. Like it's just at the okay, and we got more to okay. So it's the bare minimum. So it doesn't mean that you are bending over backwards to be like some people. I'm say if someone is trying to speak to you, and mind you, you could very well, it could, of course, we know it could be that you got on headphones. It could be, now we're in Rona. Baby, I can't hear you because you got your mask. People got to remember that. Lord, move on. I'm hard of hearing. Like it could just be anything. Okay. I could be in my own thoughts. So it could be nothing to that person that's trying to speak that they visually see that they feel as though could be like, oh, that's why she might not have heard me. And so they decide to feel some way. See how that just pours onto this big old snowball of an effect. And it doesn't have to be. But those are the people that go out that way and they, twist it in there. Hello, hey, hi. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Patricia. Hey, now, Edward. How you doing? Like, all right, now, okay. Don't have to do that. I am that person that just in passing, just hey, how you doing? Or y'all know we don't say it in writing because I can't stand when y'all write hi, you doing. But I will admit that how I say it in passing, just to speak, to say something, to acknowledge someone's presence. That's it. Oh Lord. So right there again at the ground, there's respect. In respect, there's acknowledgement. It's just acknowledging someone's presence. Acknowledging the fact that they are another living human being. We're taught to, or have been taught to, I don't know where that's going, but we've been taught to respect the deceased, right? Got it. That makes sense, right? There's someone that has, ran their race, traveled their journey, all of that. Okay. Why can't we respect people that's living too? We feel like we got it's one or the other. I'm gonna respect the dead. Okay. What about the living? Like, what's going on with them? What's up? It's okay. It's not finna kill you. I'll tell you that. to respect the living is not going to take you to be amongst the dead. Ooh, hiya, that's, woo, that's good. That just got good to me. That got good to me. Somebody write that down. That's good. I'm going to have to quote that on a t-shirt. I promise. That's real good. That's really, really, really good to me. Oof, child. Okay. I'm going to bring it back in. That was a revelation for me. Okay. That was so good. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I get wrecked up. I get myself all choked up. But it's just that. It's just that. It's respect. That's all we need to do. Okay. So just to touch on something that I didn't get to last week before we shift on over to talk about politeness. Okay. I know. It seems like all these little baby, little chewable words and little stuff that you put on. It's important. I don't know what else to say. It's important. It's very important for us to acknowledge these things that we want to say are small and minute, but yet they're so powerful. They're so impactful. They're what's missing in our society, in our communities, in our world, in our government, yada, 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 that matters. So if we had more of the things that we talk about here, on the B Mix on BeExposedRadio.com, that we would, we'd be in a much better position right now. We'd be living in a much better world, a much nicer life we'd be having, I think. I could be wrong. Highly doubt it. Could be wrong, though. Highly doubt it. Just saying. I mean that in the most humble way possible. Just saying. So I have this note that reads, because I'm reading verbatim now because I'm not in that space of where I was, I guess, last week. So I can hurry up and shift back. But child, okay, this note says, the way I see it, it is that we're all dying every day. Whoa, I know. You didn't think we were going there. Yeah, that was a touchy one, right? Yeah, get over it. We're going in. So right now you're dying. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. See why it's important to switch your perspective, because that could take somebody under. Like, I'm dying. Lord, I'm coming, Elizabeth. No. Hold your mule now. Hold that mule, baby. I don't mean to give up the ghost. Okay, go on, calm down here. But it's important to be able to see it in a better way. Which, if you're able to, the reason why you have to be able to see it in a better way, because it makes you to do better, right? So when you know better, you do better. So when you think of it as, in this moment right now, like I am, okay, we started the show at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is now 8:25. It's the only time I'll probably check time for y'all. 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? I am now 25 more minutes toward my death than I am from the life that I had at 7:59 p.m. If that makes sense to you. Okay? So every day, not even just days, in seconds, in milliseconds, right? In minutes, in moments, we're getting closer to whenever that day comes. And it's not for us to fear it, right? Come on now, come on, believers. Just saying, get you some Jesus, just saying. But, so it's not to scare you, but it's to say, like, if you are dying, like, okay, if we think of somebody in the hospice, right? Somebody that is terminally ill. Hello, look at what we're dealing with now, right? So there are people that may not even know that they are, so close to their day, which is so unfortunate, right, to think about. But when people do, you think of any movie, any show that you've watched, and that person is, Lord, the childish part of me is sorry, it's not funny. But the picture that's coming to mind is it's 50 Cent in not Get Rich or Die Trying. What's that one? Is it Get Rich or Die Trying? I can't think of what movie either. That one, he all the skin and he bald, that, right? So, but you think of any movie or any show that you've seen that somebody is, acting out the concept of slipping into glory, however y'all need to put it, right? So I ain't trying to make it a heavy, gloomy day for anybody, but you think of that immediately, when somebody finds out, they want to, in these shows and TV, right? They want to, then I want to change my life. I want to live better for myself. We wait until then to really want to live better for ourselves. Huh? I want to do right unto others, especially those that I love and that are around me that I care for. Huh? You won't wait until then to do it? I know you're lying. Like, I can't help but be the person that I've always been. So I used to enjoy this one class in high school, which is so funny because it was with it was with the same teacher that I had for ninth grade English, and we used to bump heads. I know I've talked to her before. Love her dearly now. Like, so much respect for her. I have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Like, literally my first book is dedicated to her. Like, legit. Anyway, but I had her, and I think it was just called creative writing, or at least I know that's what it was all about. And so I used to enjoy, this really make me think back, but I used to enjoy like change it, like up the endings. Like, I didn't want the typical, oh, we live happily ever after, which is also funny because I was definitely that girl of like how my daughters know the princesses and oh, they live happily ever after, and I just always want to switch it up. Like, what if that's not the case? And so it's like that seemed to be pretty typical. We think of, I guess, any 90s movies, any movies or shows that we came up on, like, again, if somebody was ill, that was just the mindset. And not to knock that, but it's just to add on. We always feel like we have to choose one or the other, which it can be both. So, well, not even or, but in addition to, right? So we just add on instead of changing. So maybe taking or out of our vocabulary so much, or utilizing that within our vernacular so much, that in addition to, okay, I'm going to do this, if and when I find out that I'm terminally ill or something like that, and I want to live my life better for myself and people around me, the world that I live in, and yada, yada, yada. In addition to that, before I get there, I also want to live that same type of lifestyle before I get there, in all the days and all the moments and all the seconds, before I get to that. If I get to that, whatever my destiny is, I want to live my life better for myself, for the people that, I love, that I know, and for the world around me. It's that simple. It is easy. Remember what we said, just because it's a simple, a simple solution, rather, that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy, but it's doable. It's doable. You just do it one day at a time, which could, like I said, it could even start off with, I have connected with someone recently, who it's something like the same thing. I don't think it wasn't really a company like that, but either way. And truth be told, I really feel like, sis, first of all, I really respect the fact that I feel like she's been like shot her friend shot. Like, she legit was just like, we about to be friends. Like, I don't know about you. I don't mean no harm, but I feel it. And I legit feel it too. Like, girl, thank you. Lord, thank you for clearing my friend palette. You know what I mean? Like, out of who I probably would have never let go of as friends, and then to leave some open spaces, right? For new and maybe healthier and probably even better, like, friendships in this life that I'm in and going into. Like, really good person. Like, crazy. We got to share a story. Like, child, just a good person. She's beautiful too. Like, come on, sis. Okay. I digress. But it's just good to be nice to other people. It's good to be happy for other people. And so with each second that we're blessed with, we get closer to death, right? So why not make our last days be of peace and of a sound mind? You get to choose that, right, for yourself. If you choose peace over all that worries you, you'll be able to maintain your sanity in the midst of. Okay. That's why he means that he'll give you peace that surpasses all understanding. People will think like, how she not lose it when she was dealing with that? How he not snap when this happened to him? Baby, I got peace. I'm at peace. That's it. That's what we were talking about last week. We definitely touched on peace, right? That's also what's meant, or what it means, to delight yourself in the Lord, right? To allow your spirit to shine as you live as a living sacrifice, redundancy intended, right? And testament to the wondrous works of God, right? Attracting people to ask, what must I do to live a life like that? What do I have to do? Like, just think about it. Just think about it, y'all. if you are in your daily routine and just have your normal old regular old average life like that, you consider it that way. That's not what I'm calling you, right? I'm not calling anybody mediocre by any means. I promise. So please do not take offense, y'all. I don't need y'all getting to come for me and talk about how dry my bottom lip probably look or how wrinkled the top neck part of my t-shirt look. Y'all mind your business. I'll pull it out a little bit. I don't need y'all trying to come for me, okay? Moving on. There's plenty of things you can say, but I don't care. I don't care. All I'm saying is imagine how it feels or would feel, because I really hope that somebody can relate to this. Imagine how it would feel for someone to look onto, your everyday life and be like, hey, what can I do to just get that, to be like that? Like, and you're like, girl, like what? What are you talking? Boy, what you saying? What? I'm over here. Right? So it's why what it should do is pull us out of our stuff, which is the humbling process right then and there. It pulls me out of my stuff so that way I don't respond incorrectly and lose them and be like, because I'm over here paying bills and I'm over here making sure I wash my mask and I'm this and that. Girl, shh. Let's take a compliment, sis. Let's take the compliment. Ain't nothing better for somebody to tell you that you look happy. I make sure I tell people that if I see a brighter light over them than I've seen in a while or that I've ever seen, or I don't know, or maybe I just see it. I might have saw them yesterday and the light was there and today is still there. That's something too, because the light could have been gone, within that span of time, whatever the case may be. I make certain, remember earlier when I say, going out your way, you can go out your way to tell people like good things like that. So calm down. I don't think I'm no hypocrite now, right? But I make certain to tell people that is an amazing compliment. I'm already the complimenter kind of person anyway, right? Just by nature, I'm that cheerleader. I told y'all, I'll root somebody on real quick, but just to tell you something, girl, look at them shoes. You done pulled it. Girl, you're tipping. Go ahead, brother man. I like that turtleneck. It's just whatever. It does not hurt. We fight against the dumbest things so bad. And I only call it dumb because it's dumb that we fight against it. It's not the thing that we're fighting against. So it's not dumb to be nice, but it's dumb to choose not to be nice. That's dumb to me. Dumb. You're stupid. I can say that because my daughter is not down here and child, that is a no word. Okay. You cannot say stupid. Come on. Just come on. So here's the thing. Just let it go. That's it. Remember I said it may not be easy, but it's simple. It's simple. Let it go. Stop letting insignificant beefs prevent you from being an example to someone that's looking to be more like Christ. And that, okay, of course that is directly to the believers and all of that. And, for those in church, but that ain't just for them. Here, I'm talking about in the world, in everyday society, because Christ is in that too. So I ain't gonna go deep. But y'all likes to take him out of things. Like, oh no, he just in church. He just on the corner of Bentlow. No. He's actually everywhere. He's also on the street corner with the streetwalker and the drug dealer. He's right there too. He is in the midst of that dap up. He's in the midst of it. He's there. I ain't saying snoring. No. The point is, he's there. Okay, omnipresent. And so, to have a better relationship with God, because that is the goal. I don't know if anybody's very well aware of that, but that's the goal of life. So please just stop fighting against it. Just stop it. Let it go. Let it go. I know. It's all this out here, and the white man forced this religion on us, and y'all don't want me to get to talking about it. Maybe another day. I don't feel like it right now, though. I don't. I'm being so honest. It's how you got to protect yourself. I don't know. I don't know if I would get to cussing and fussing about that, but y'all, I just let it go. Let it go. But the whole point of life is to get closer with God. That's it. And everything that you do, get closer with him, right? And so in order to have a better relationship with him, though, all because you're mad, sis came into church, or you saw, sis that you finally broke and told, who does your hair, because that's what you should do anyway. You got bent out of shape because sis came in the next Sunday or the next time you saw somebody at work that you told them, where you got something from that they had it too. Remember I said the thing about dumb? That's dumb. That's dumb to be mad about that. It's very dumb. It's very stupid. It's dumb to me. Like what? I'm confused. I don't. Y'all just y'all make me sick. Y'all make me sick with that because she gonna come in here or don't tell such. I have actually been warned to be like, don't tell such and such. Who did your hair because then they gonna come in here just like it. Okay, I just gave sis that hooks me up business. Like especially black too. Black. Oh, what are we saying here? Ew. We worry so much about what brand and exclusive designer we're wearing, which I will say, I know I fuss a bit. Step back a second and give kudos that I believe that not only has there been a shift, but it's a visible shift, getting us, inch by inch, but getting us away from that. So I don't think, as far as I can tell, I should say that because I was about to say the masses, but as far as I can tell, right? So I know that I've found myself one of the brands that I feel like that we have, dismissed, canceled. Was I still saying about that? It's dumb. Stop supporting the brands that disrespect you. Remember we talked about respect? So then if there's respect, there's also such thing as disrespect. I'm confused. And so there's there even like when I see pictures, especially like celebrities and stuff like that, like they might have, I don't know, something Gucci on their child. I'm not liking that picture. It's simple, but it matters to me. Like, no, I'm not supporting a brand. No. Like even the ones that I want to believe that are, still the high end ones, right? That I want to be like, well, ain't nothing come out about them. That massa, that plantation ain't say, ain't call us niggas yet. So I can still support them. Cause low key, Chanel has always been my like favorite top brand. I always said like when I make it, I know I'm gonna really made it because I'm gonna bust out with everything Chanel and all that. And now it's like, the closer I get to you, like the more you make me, okay? You make me feel, but I'm not in a good way. Like because I'm wondering, like I ain't calling Chanel out. I'm just saying though, right? It makes me think like that. And that's the way. So either way, so giving us kudos that I feel like we are shifting toward a better life of, pushing to support, more Black owned and, hopefully we see more Black designers coming forward and all that. Love to hear about them. Like if you don't already follow on social media platforms, some type of, Black business support group-ish kind of thing, some page that's always encouraging people to post their businesses and their services and their products, please do so. Today is the day to do that. Go find one. All you have to do is just type in, I don't know, Facebook, IG or something like that. And just follow them. Go on Facebook, right? And find that page where it tells you where people, your own friends have invited you to like a certain page of their own or one that they support, and look into it. I'm not saying you have to support and like all of them and share all of them. So you get to, read through them though and read into to see if you support them as far as, your morals with theirs and their mission and vision and all of that. But support. It's okay. That's the whole point. That's why we were talking about earlier. It's okay. It's so okay. What does it harm you? What does it hurt you? What does it hurt? It's okay. Okay. All right. Now I want to grab your hand like a young Lil Van Zandt and just give you one of these. Y'all ever have a rough day where you just need somebody to rub the back of your hand, pat it a little bit, and call you beloved? No, it's just me. Moving on. So we're so worried about in general, right? Generally speaking, but like I said, still kudos to us because we're getting better. But still, unfortunately, there's too many of us still worried about exclusive designers, yada yada yada. And we're wearing who's wearing what, and there's still somebody else wearing it too, even if it was custom made for you. It's somewhere. I guarantee you that. Just the way thoughts are. Like thoughts are unique to us, but then you can also find out that someone in Switzerland, just bust out, the Timbs the way you just bust them out and was like that. Like, humble yourself. This is so cute. Okay. I had to let that one out. Sorry, y'all. So it's like, somebody in another country. The same idea. And then boom, your outfit is no longer original, right? So it's okay. And even if you feel as though it definitely is, because the design and they just blood sweated and teared it all across your fabric and yada yada yada. Okay. Okay. All right. That's cool. At least hopefully it was a black designer and you supported them. That's cool. Okay. And you still don't have the right. Like, that's the thing. So what? You still don't have the right to look down your nose at somebody. Like, all right, if you look good for your birthday and you busting them out and, boom, for your living room birthday parties and all of that. Okay, good. You socially distance and you staying safe. Good. Okay. You don't have the right to look down at nobody. Be nice. Shut up. So instead, though, we neglect what actually is what is meant by fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay, because we had this talk about her not coming down here. Take it back upstairs. Take it back upstairs and shut your door. You have to take the bracelet off of your arm. Thank you. Go ahead now. Go ahead, get your Barbie. That's my real boss, y'all. So in case you didn't wonder, I work for a 3-year-old. Go ahead now. Thank you. But yeah, so like what is meant by fearfully and wonderfully made, right? Which is our own unique self as individuals. We're individuals. That word is like, it's a long word. It's not a big word though. We're individuals, but it's impactful. It's powerful. Y'all, it's my favorite thing to say. Because you're individual, like that. It's me right here. I know you visually just see me right here, but even amongst, if I was socially distanced, but together with other people, I'm still an individual. There could be, copies of me next to each other, right? I'm still an individual, right? So if you feel like you are finding yourself in groups and in settings where you seem to identify with others, and mind you, again, though, the B mix is for the people that don't really belong, but also for the people that might be a part of a group, right? That y'all just, sister soldiers, y'all together, like, okay, good girlfriends, okay, good brother mans, like y'all run together, y'all look like, just like, think alike. Okay, guess what? You are still an individual. There is still something unique about you, right? Which is to build up that momentum of why it's so important to care about the fact that somebody else that you're looking onto, that you initially might have wanted to look down your nose at, or you're looking, directly in the eyes, right? Straight in the pupils, like you have to consider that they're also an individual. They're also a living human being. That's it. It's simple. And it's okay. You get choked up and wrapped up in your own type of day and things that you might want to say a certain way because of how you feel. And then immediately, because that's you acknowledging how you feel. So that's acknowledging self first. That's good. It's a good step in the right direction. Immediately, though, like, so it's your first thought. Immediately, right after, it needs to come, that's a human being, man. I'm not about to cuss them out, man. Like, I'm not about to. All right. Like, you can say it just like that. Some people associate that with like, oh, defeat. No, you're not defeated. You're choosing peace. That is how you choose peace in the moment. You have to put it in everyday, life. You have to put it in practical terms. At least for me, that's what's always good for me. I love something to be, put plain. I told y'all, put it plain ministry. Like, you got to put it plain for me and tell me like, oh, okay, that's how I choose my peace. When somebody, you saw them blatantly, make sure they zip and all around you and all, but you don't know what's going on. It could be because they rolling up. It could be because they're getting head. I don't know. It could be because they run into an emergency or from an emergency. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. Why? Because I'm not in that car, so I'm not going to know. Even if I get up to the red light and able to, I got to work on this, though, because I still am that person that's got to look over. But, catching myself. I'm getting better. I'm getting better because I try to do it because now I don't want you to be able to see, though. That's the thing. Like, I just always like that. Whatever, because I really don't want to even be a part of that little moment. For what? You eyeball him. Okay, he's still going to speed off. Or she's still going, like, what? Right? Sometimes I can't even get my words out. I just gotta speak in phrase and in sounds. Like anyway, but so okay. So like I said, what's meant is like, what is actually meant by fearfully and wonderfully made, right? That needs attention, right? And help to develop and to grow in order to be our best selves, resulting in a better society, world, and life overall. I know it's easier just to dress it all up, but we literally can't afford to do that. Not anymore, right? Like we just can't. Like we're not in that place. We're not in that place anymore. So if it is hard for you, if you find it difficult to just let it go, to just be a better person, here's my advice for you. Grown until you've grown. Okay? Watch me. GROAN until you've GROWN. Just grown through it. Moan and groan. I didn't say to complain and all. I ain't using that word. Just grown through it. Oh Lord, you got to rub the knee. Oh Lord. Okay. Get through it. That's fine with me. I'll take that. Because I'm not about to, I know that for a lot of people and different things that cold turkey doesn't help, right? It helps me. If I say I'm not gonna do it, I just gotta be not doing it no more. That's it. No, 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 no. Like insert the Shannon Sharp gif of that. Like got to go, got to cut it, right? Cut it at the knees, got to go. But it doesn't happen it doesn't work for everybody. And that's okay. That's okay. Not to leave you out, baby. I got you, right? Here's okay. B tip of the week. Now, this is just a statement, okay? As far as B tip, because I know usually B tip is like an action item. It's like what to do, but this is what you keep in mind. People are not polite when they're in pain. Okay, let's try it again. Let's go. Let's go from the top. From the top. Working on my quad director. People are not polite when they're in pain. Shout out to Pastor Marcus Gill, actually. I think that's who I got it from. No, I'm lying. That's actually Bishop T.D. Jakes. I was watching something and he said that, and I was like, whoo, Jesus, that's good, right? Usually when you groan inwardly, right? You groan, it's an inside thing. So, right? Okay, right? We're shrinking our faith instead of wearing it out loud. You ever think of a time where you're talking to somebody and you're like, you're not the person that needs to say that or think like that. Like, you deserve to be like, all of them, I don't care, blah, blah. And that's not that person. They just like, oh, it's okay. I know, walk Lord. And you're like, oh, you know, and right? Or just other situations where you're like, you deserve to just be like, oh, and you're not. What is that about? It's the same thing for when we think about how we decide to shrink our faith when faith is meant to be a big thing, big, big, big old thing, because it's faith in a big, big, big old God. Like, not a little God over here, a little God that they made out of little gold, and that's cute. Like, okay, I'm just gonna worship him, huh? Y'all just made him, and then you gonna worship him. Okay, that's cool. I ain't knocking it. Hey, again, all are welcome here. All I'm saying is, I know what I know. I know what I believe, and that's it. And I believe that's right. Whatever. But I'm still open-minded. Please don't ever get me wrong, right? So it is said to come boldly into his presence, unto the throne, right? That's what the word says, somewhere in there like that, right? Are you operating as a person who is not polite because you're in pain? Is that what somebody can perceive of you? Is that a possible perception of you? Is it? Can somebody think just in a quick encounter with you, right? Can somebody think to themselves like, what's wrong with her? Like, what's up with him? Like, all right, what was that about? It happens every day, all day. Somebody right now is leaving out the market and the security is, is doing his job, yes, but it's with a little more. It's like, boy. Like, is that what somebody, and then, that person could just never see that security guard again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so when we, think about it, and that's in the spirit, and then that's in energy, that's, passed around, like, so even if that person never goes, which statistically is not true, you have a bad encounter, you definitely at the least want to go tell, was it 3 other people? Yeah, I think for every bad encounter, it's either 3, 5, or 10. I can't. It is something like that. I don't know. It spreads quicker than good news does. Unfortunately, look at that. How do we have statistics on that? It's ridiculous. Whew, I digress, child. But like that quick encounter that somebody has with you, I always take it into church. So in church, walking in the door, somebody go to speak, and it's a quick. You could have even just said "Praise the Lord" to them, right? You say, "Oh, praise the Lord." It's in how you said it. Praise Him, girl. Who you talking to? Like, I'm laughing, but it happens, and it's so true. It recently happened to me. Like, okay, girl. Okay, carry on. Okay, I ain't in the business of dropping nobody in the house of the Lord. Like, ain't no point. Miranda, I miss you so much. I miss you. Okay, I'm not gonna get my feels or nothing. The baby. All right, I'm pulling it in. Miss you so much. Love you so bad. Mean that. I mean that. But you would have one, by the way, when I just said I ain't in the business of dropping nobody in the house of the Lord. I digress. I really feel like you'd be the one who's dropping somebody. But I digress. I'm not putting you out there, I promise. Sorry, so I take that back. But it's funny to me. I literally just said that and then I saw your comment. But like it happens. Like what is it, right? Here it is, because in the church, right? Especially when you learn about like leadership and things like that, you're told not to bleed on the saints. Y'all get that phrase, right? So if you're cut, I'm cut. It's not on me to just be like, ooh, sprinkle it, pour it out. Let me just, dribble it all on everybody too, since I'm bleeding. Absolutely not. Ew, first of all. Second of all, do better, right? Are you bleeding on your brother? Are you bleeding on your sister? Are you? Are you? Are you wearing your stuff all across them? And yes, that means in the quick, interactions and encounters that you have with people. That right there, that honestly can be enough to take somebody over the edge. We are in the season of, the holiday season, rather, sorry. So I told y'all before, last week I opened up, right? Holiday, seasonal depression is real. It's real. I just had a therapy session what's today? So just yesterday with my therapist, obviously. Who else would I have therapy with? But and we're just getting to talking, and I was just telling her like it's so real. Our sessions go so well. I really wish. I wonder. I don't know if I could ever talk her into like getting on me or something. But she's like the coolest. But I don't know. She's great. So I don't know. I don't know if that crosses some lines or something. That might. I don't know. I never like to put somebody in a sticky situation. But either way, she's just cool. And our conversations go so well. Like, imagine, y'all. They really go like this. Like, us talking, it'll be me pouring out. She drops some nuggets. And I'm, oh, girl, that's good. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's sitting good with me, right? And I'll mention something. I hope I'll remember it. I should remember it. Ooh, yeah, we got stuff to get through, y'all. Let's go. So, the issue is, because I know I did these notes before I had my session with her yesterday, but the issue is most of us claim to be so unbothered, yet functioning in a typical or, such a way of people who are hurt. Well, how the hell are you going to call the pot kettle black and them? Like, how you finna do that? How you finna do that? How you finna tell me that you're unbothered, but you are breathing bothered? You're breathing it, inhaling and exhaling it, right? And then if it's in your blood, right, it's in your bloodstream. I ain't gonna get all deep and all that into biology and anatomy and all, but I'm just saying, if it's all up in your bloodstream and then now you're cut and then you're bleeding all up on the saints, you're now bleeding bothered onto them as well. Like they're now bothered by you. And then they, it's in the energy. So if we think of just spiritually, right, just in the energy that we all talk about and all that, just passing out vibes and all, like, what vibe are you giving? What are you giving? Ain't that what y'all love to say now? What's giving? What is your spirit giving? What are you giving? I don't know why it goes with a hand gesture. Oh, it's giving. Shout out to my little sister, because I swear it's her. It's her fault. I just on like a long FaceTime call with her like last night, and she rubs up on me sometimes. She's much younger than I am, and it's my baby, but she's more hip than I am. Much more hip. Ooh, child. Moving on. She keeps me young and hip. Okay. But it's honestly okay not to be okay, right? So do not miss that part, right? It's just not okay to stay there. It's not. So stop it. Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Come on. It's not okay to stay there. If you are there, acknowledge that you're there. That's all. It's okay. I saw a post, y'all. I told y'all. Did I say something about my lips being dry? And I can't find my lip scrub. Y'all have to forgive me. Y'all just don't mind the business. Don't mind the business. I'm not gonna sit here and do that little. It hurts because I don't really have no lips. So when you do this here, to turn in and start biting your bottom lip and to get that skin up off there, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I feel like I can feel it. Something poking me, something that's scratching. Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm leaving it alone. There's like a little mark right there. You have a bit down too low somewhere. You got a little mark. I don't want you now. You got no hurt up on this lip here. Okay, I just bit it. I don't know if you can see my little mark. Okay, because I don't know why I bruise like I'm light skinned, but okay, I digress. So I recently saw a post that it scratched out. It started off and it said "Let it go," right? But it had it scratched out. I love this post. So it had scratched out, "Let it go." It said, "Be with it, deal with it, heal from it. Then when you're ready, let it go." Lord, that was good to me. Like, stuff be so good to me for y'all. Like, it be so good. Not to say that I haven't experienced it, or that I don't, or that I might, whatever. It's stuff coming out. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to say that on the show. Like, I need somebody out here to get those vibrations. I need somebody to get that, right? At some point. The point is to get to a place where you recognize the process that it takes, right? And then you hop on it immediately, right? It's to get to that place where you hop on it immediately, because before you get there, you get to a place where, you're operating in a place that you may not acknowledge the process that it takes to get better, to be better, to do better. Then once so it's baby steps. We're living it. It's like a curriculum. What's your life curriculum, right? That's why, going back to the prosperity plan that I asked y'all to write and to make, right? I'm gonna go back because I'm sure. I feel like I said that by the beginning of December, so I'm sure we passed the deadline where I said like just have it done by then. Let's try to share it. But so we'll revisit that. But it was like baby steps, right? As far as this is the curriculum and just how to build us to be better. So it's finally at least getting us to a place to acknowledge the process that it takes. Because before then, you have to acknowledge that there's something that you may need to, improve. Some people just are not even there yet. And okay, we'll respect that. We'll appreciate where they are in the process, because that is also part of the process as well, right? Everything's process. processes. Um, so, get to the place of where you acknowledge the the fact that, there's a process that needs, or that, that there's a process that needs to take place to get you to be better, to do better. And then to get to a place of where you acknowledge, that you need to actually do it. Oh, hi, Jolie. That's it right there, is what she said, y'all. It's my baby. But so then you get to that place, right? Of like, okay, there's something that I have that I need to work on. Let me do this. Then you graduate to the place, because these are, you learn by repetition. So we've had to repeat this a couple times. Maybe now the thing is, here, catch this. So you know how they say, and it's even in the Bible and everything, right? About I told you I'm gonna do better than even quote the Bible directly. Y'all forgive me. But you know how they say, of like, you have to learn the lesson so you don't repeat that lesson. Here's the difference between that. So you know how I just said, we learn by repetition. It is not because you don't want to be stagnant and to hold yourself up, right? You don't want to stagnate your process, your progress, right? You want to, continue on with the curriculum that's set out for your life. So, the syllabus that, that God gave you, and that we're searching the world to find, and to find that map and to follow that, right? That road path. So it's about, we don't want to repeat. Okay. So if it's dating, okay, you don't want to keep repeating and learning, or repeating the same test over that same person, when it might be showing that you don't need to be with that person. So that way, then you can move on, because then maybe there's a test for that next person that may or may not be the one, until you get to that place of where you're now completely ready and available for the one to come, if that's the goal. Should be for everybody, but it's not for most, for some. And I get it. I'll just respect that. So it's getting to a place where you understand, that you don't want to repeat the same lesson over and over. Just like when we think about school, we learn by repetition. So like there, you go from 6th grade to 7th grade. I was say 6th to 2nd, Lord have mercy, 6th to 7th grade. And you might repeat some things in 7th grade that you learned in 6th grade as review. So that's learning by repetition. What you don't want to have to do is to repeat the 6th grade, which, side note, if y'all don't get these babies together here, oh, child, this virtual learning thing and all that, you can listen, let me tell you what I know. Your baby can and will repeat the same grade, okay? Like next year, okay? Please don't forget that. Just like, never mind. I was about to say, just like I will fire y'all if y'all don't forget to say, don't forget to like and share the show. I was trying to tie it into it, but I wasn't that smooth, because I think it was gonna come out a little ugly. But seriously, do not forget, turn on your notifications to the B Mix, and don't forget to like, right, the show, this Karen show right now, as you're watching and tuning in. Don't forget to share it out to your friends, to share the show out and things like that. Okay, love you. But don't. Sorry, I was gonna say don't forget all over again. But so then, like I said, it's we learn by repetition, but it's not for us to repeat the same lessons over, right? The same tests rather, over and over, right? It was to learn the lessons and to move on to the next lesson. Life is full of lessons, if you don't know that by now. Okay, I don't know what age you are right now is viewing me, but baby, let me just tell you, if it's the first time you've ever heard it before, let mama tell you. Life is full of lessons. Okay. So then a part of that, though, like I said, is recognizing that it's a process that needs to take place. And then you graduate to the point where you realize that process, that you need to do the work, right? That needs to take place within you to do better and to be better. Then you learn to make sure that it happens immediately. So you learn to do it quicker. I know I've acknowledged over myself that, when things happen, I'll be like, oh, I got it to do this quicker than I had before. Like I would have probably let some time go by and just BS and no, I got to do it now. Do do it. Okay. Lord, do it for me. All right. Right now. All right. I had to get that on my spirit. Um, but like even that is a process. Even that. See, I had to break it down and kind of like massage it through. You just have to start. And again, I will continuously repeat, a very good friend of mine now, that I guess it's really been for some time. We just talk more than we ever had before. Moving on. But he said, the goal really is just never to stop. You never stop. Whenever you've started, and I'm sure we was probably talking about business or maybe even ministry or something. But start and do not stop. So that's my piece, is to say you just have to start somewhere. And remember, I said a little while ago, I'm sure I said it on here. I don't know. I'll be talking all over the place now. I'll be here saying something here. I don't know. So I'm sure I didn't repeat it quite a few things, or I might have said, hey, remember I said this and I didn't say it to y'all. So my bad. Okay. But you just, even if you are having a hard time of figuring out where to start doing whatever it is you feel as though God will want you to be doing, even in this season. Preparing for the next, we want COVID to be over so bad. We want to be released back out into the wilderness or into the wild so bad. But are we prepared for it? Have you, guarded up enough, food? Like if we're talking about thinking about the wilderness, right? So have we, collected enough food supply? So that way, so as in, have we fed our inner man, our spirit man? Have we fed, the inside of us so much, not to the point where we are, that we were glutton and that we were practicing gluttony and that we were, full and just, right? Just in that sluggish space, but fed ourselves, our inner selves, the good stuff, right? So not the fast food inner self feeding, right? Don't give your spirit no McDonald's and all that. Not shooting them down, but we know. Okay, I don't need McDonald's trying to come see me now. Calm down. All I'm saying is what we know. Everybody didn't watch Super Size Me by now. Well, Super Size, but whatever it was called when that white man was eating that McDonald's all breakfast, lunch, and dinner and carrying on. Ew. Didn't he throw up? Oh, God. Moving on. Like, so, you should not be. We are not in this day anymore. No, we're not feeding our inner selves the fast food. Okay, we are feeding our inner man, soulful food. Feed your spirit soulful, make soulful deposits into your spirit. Ooh, I'm talking gut today. Do you hear me now? Ooh, child, I'm about to start collecting the offering. All right, no, I'm not. However, if you'd like to monetarily support the B Mix being your favorite podcast in the podcast world, you may do so by logging on to beexposedradio.com and following the instructions. I don't know if my producer's gonna be proud of me or not for that, but I'm gonna find out later. So, but so that's it. We're now in the day where it is necessary, it is imperative that we make soulful deposits into our spirit. We'll be like, oh yeah, my soul, yeah, make sure my soul good. All right, yeah, that's cool. It's my homeboy, yeah, my soul. Mm-hmm. Yeah, blood on the gun stuff. He got it right. He made it and stuff, so he got it. Then our spirit be over here like, well, boy, it's up, child. What's going on? I see you, you thought about your soul at least. You halfway taking care of your physical body, but it's your spirit. I'm just sitting over here like, hey, pick me, dummies. No, we're not doing it anymore. We're feeding all three. The Holy Trinity. Come on, I'm rhyming out here on niggas. All right. Excuse me. I got happy. So the thing is, because I'm always on it. Remember we said to just it's to start, right? Put forth that effort. Y'all know how it goes. Faith without works is dead, right? So you can wholeheartedly believe in something, okay? But if you don't give it any energy, any efforts, it'll never reach the potential, I guess, that you even believe that it has, right? Okay? So just like you believe in someone, right? but they never do anything good for you somehow, some way. Because I mean, we talked about this. So even if just respecting somebody, appreciating them, but then say if you've gone the extra mile and you just believing in them so much and giving them more credit probably than they're worth, right? So you're believing in them, and they never do anything good for you. And you might think so. You might take something that they're doing the wrong way, but they, at the end of the day, they really haven't done anything good for you. Doesn't that relationship die? That relationship should die. Because some of us. Okay. How do you think God feels? Hmm? Hmm? How do you think he feels? Child, he just be doing stuff for us all day long. Right now, he just breathing all up in my nostrils. He just doing that. And I'm trying to say something dumb. Something somewhere I wasn't supposed to say. Right? And here we are. And so how do you think that makes him feel? Where he believes in us so bad. And our little simple minds, simple selves just be like, oh, the world say, and then this is distracting me right here, and bills and this and that. So I'm gonna be saying I'm gonna be down, I'm gonna be mean to people, and I ain't gonna look to him because I'm busy. Girl, could not be good. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'd have been smite and smart and not smut. No, not even smut. I would have just smited. Is that the past tense of smite? I don't know. I'd have knocked everybody out. Okay, if I was God, I would just. It would be like a daily game. I'm sure. I just knocked everybody out. Then I didn't breathe. I got over it and breathed and brought everybody back again. Y'all be all messed up with me. So just thank God that I'm not him. That's a good start. I'll tell you that right now. I've had to catch myself because it was easy for me to say, because I've said it so many times. I have every right to be a mean, angry, bitter person, but I choose not to be, right? I've said it. And still there's a part of me, so it's probably my carnal mind, right? My flesh that says, that, yeah, right? Just because of things that I've thought about and, that I've gone through and experienced, I have every right. And then it's like, well, what's humbled me is that God has every right to cut off the relationship he has with that I have with, or that we all have with him. He has every right to cut that off. It's every right. My 3-year-old is just pressing me to that here. Don't forgive me while I just ignore it for a little bit until we get out of here. We got a few more minutes. Yes. So, we basically treat him like the worst relationship that you could possibly think of in your mind, in your life. That's how we treat him. Truth be told. Even I'm just stepping on a limb, even as the most sanctified, person, the, person that feels though they are, the holiest, as holy as they think they can be and all that, it's still a way, even if it's, even if I'm this 90-year-old woman that has been giving my life to Christ for the past 60 years and all that, and just faithful and all that, either it's the fact that the years before I started changing my ways, that it was treating God the worst way I could possibly could, like the worst relationship we've ever been in. Or even during the time of me turning my life to him, like it's still a way. So that's what gives us the hope of living through each day to try to do better and to be better unto him. And I'm telling you that that's the answer on how to be better to yourself and how to be better unto other people, is to try to be better and do better in order to prove yourself worthy to him. If you do that, it'll happen. People will come against you and people will flock to you. The people that are coming against you, those are people that don't need to be in your space. So those are the people that you get to be unbothered by, but you still have to, I'm telling you that now, you have to still respect them. They're still living human beings. Guess what? Y'all don't want to hear this one. Here you go. I'm going to say it anyway. You still have to respect Trump. You have to. Because it's good for your soul. I don't give a damn about you worrying about what I don't want to do for him, forget him. Okay, I get it, baby. Oh, I get it. Guess what? I still respect the fact that he is another human being. Now, low down the same human being nonetheless. He's still breathing somewhere, just blowing COVID all over everybody. But, okay. I just respect it because that's what's good for me to do. Because my little baby say to do. Love everybody. I got love. My love and respect goes hand in hand. We're gonna talk about that later. I know it's gonna be some work to get y'all to the point where of loving on people too, just as much as respect them. But I know that's we gonna get there. Okay. Yes. Okay. Give mommy a second. I said love working from home. Woo. Okay. So yeah. So all he wants, all God wants, he just wants us to get it right. Right? He's loving on us the same way or even way better, right? What makes him him is that he still loves us now as much as he did before we hurt his feelings. We have hurt God's feelings for as long as humans have been on earth. And even though he knows what else we're going to do, he still decides to love on us the same way, though. That's like, it's literally constant. So, the same way I said the highs and the lows, and there's a consistent good, right? That's that line that you see that separates the valleys from the mountain peaks and all that. That's his love. It's still there. It's still there. It's still there. You have to reach out and grab it in the times that you feel like you don't feel it. Right? Anybody else pretty sure that you have some mistakes ahead of you? I do. Right? Guess what? The beauty that we ought to focus on anyway is that he continues to give us life when we deserve death. Right? So remember I said in every second as we're moving forward, we're moving, we're closer to our last days than we are, to our beginning days. Even a newborn baby, right? They were just born 2 hours ago. They are now 2 hours closer to the end of their life than they are, to their beginning. Because technically that was just the beginning within this realm, then there's the whole, they were in the womb, and then before then they were up in heaven and they chose their mommy and their day, that type of thing. And then there was the life that they lived beforehand, because I do believe reincarnation, whatever the case may be. I digress. And so not only does he bless us with life every day, right, that we wake up, he's promised us life more abundantly. We know that. We've heard that. He often gives us signs of life, right? Here's a question, okay? Before we get out of here, just a question. When you think of life, what color comes to mind? I guess that's a B question. I'm not going to say B tip of the week. That's a B question for the week. When you think of life, what color comes to mind? We might revisit that. That's a good way, and I'm always drive home the idea of self-reflection. That's a good way to self-reflect and to do your own temperature check. Do not, I repeat, do not wait for someone to do it for you. Do not wait for someone to do a temperature check for you. Do not wait, okay? Do not wait for every Thursday at 8 o'clock on the BMX on BeExposedRadio.com for you to get your temperature check. I don't need all y'all on the camera. I'm not doing all that. I'm just listen, I'm just talking. I'll just be talking, right? Do your own temperature check and ask yourself what color comes to mind when you think of life. And then dissect that. Right? Side note. That's why some of us are mad. Because we constantly expect others to do the work we're not willing to do for ourselves. But I digress. When I think of growth, when I think of home, when I think of a place, I am in a singing, baby. I'm about to sing up and through this house right now. After we get off, though, I ain't gonna bless y'all too much more tonight. When I think of growth, though, I'm led to think of the color green. If you are a living human being, but especially if you're a believer and can't appreciate the true beauty in nature itself, you have a long way to go. I'm just saying, right? God shows us green when something comes to life. So we think of our grass growing, except for anybody that live over east. Y'all don't really have no grass. I'm kidding. Always my joke to my brother. I used to always tell him he was definitely from over east. So and I'd be like, that's how y'all mean over there. Y'all don't have no grass. Moving on. And so anyway, so when we see grass growing, right? It's green grass. Green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. Okay. Trees, leaves on a tree. mostly green, right? I know we're still in the fall, this winter that we're in, this fall, winter. But anyway, just we still have green leaves. That's the beauty in it right now, though, because in this current season, as the leaves are changing colors, right? Or the leaves that so we see that life can change too, so it can be different colors, right? That's why I asked what color comes to mind for you when you think of life. Um, Even if you think about like the trees that are losing their leaves, though, right? That God still has. So if you look outside, right? If it's right now, if you can look out the window, or if after the show, um, that you look outside. I know it's dark now, but whatever. Just next time you really get some good light, get a good eye outside, and see that when trees are kind of gathered together, okay, flock together. You can see some of them that are dead. So the bare branches, still in the midst of though, in your span of the outside world, you'll still see some leaves, some trees with leaves. So he'll still give us signs of life, even in the midst of a dead season. So right now in COVID-19 season, right, this coronavirus season, the China virus that y'all's president said, it's it's a time where everybody, not everybody, that so many people want to count it as a dead and dry season, but it's not. There are too many, way too many people that lost their lives unnecessarily, right? Without a fight, without a fighting chance. And it is very unfortunate. I am the person that can't help but to choose to focus on any good in a situation, even when it is a not so good one, right? And so, even in this season that like I said, I know a lot of people want to claim as a dead and dry season, there's still life happening. There are things that are coming to pass in this time that God is moving and working and doing right now. There are some, ministries that are coming about. There are some business, a lot of businesses that are coming about. There, I mean, people are buying homes when in the very beginning they started talking about how the what is it the housing market, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to find, but like that, it was like, ooh Lord, this is about to be bad, and the senator people are there, and it's not just one person I've seen. There are quite a few people I've seen buy either their first homes, their new homes, and buy, right? And just, I mean, things that people are getting new cars. So that's materialistic things, but people are working on themselves. People are doing the internal work that is so necessary, that we need, so desperately need in our world. People are doing that right now, right? And so there's still hope. Remember last week we talked about like how do you learn the lessons of life, right? And maintain that hope, and pass that hope on to someone who may be hopeless, or that may not necessarily be completely hopeless, but their hope and their faith is dwindling and weary a little. How do you do that? Live and love, y'all. Live and love, man. Live in love, live and love. Just live and love. Love and live. I actually like that way better. Love and live. I think the more you love, the more you live. Oof, baby, I'm talking about. I'm on something today. I'm on a roll today. Choose not to be bitter, even if you don't think you are. That's the thing there, and I'll always come into that, right? There's no harm in making a positive affirmation over your life, even if on the surface you feel like it doesn't apply. It's no harm. It's no harm. Just like it's no harm to just be nice to somebody. It's no harm to just be nice to yourself, to say, you know what? I'm just not going to be bitter. I'm going to choose not to be bitter. Even if you don't think, because right now I don't believe that I'm bitter about anything. But me saying that just then, I'm saying it as a positive affirmation over myself and wearing that. So it's just like, all right, just packing it on. Boom. All right. Okay. A little extra. Thank you. um it's not like it's not like how I feel about medicine, right? I feel like if I don't have something and then I take medicine for whatever reason for it, right? So I take the medicine that is made for that, I feel like I'm gonna catch it. So if there's this medicine that's to help with a broken bone. This is the way I think. So get over it. These are my little Benias in my head. That's what's in my file cabinets. And that's I think. Um, that it's, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I feel like if it's a pill that's to help you, help fix your broken arm, that if I take it and my arm isn't broken, now my arm is broke. I laugh, but that really makes sense to me. So I just roll my eyes at y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a problem rolling my eyes. I really, if I've gone this long without rolling my eyes, right, I gotta go back and look. I might not have gone this long, but I digress. But yeah. So don't mind me. I have my own hang up about medicine for my own self anyway. I'm not talking a lot of it, but whatever. Anywho, positive affirmations work to call that thing out when you're aware that it even exists. Well, again, what harm is it? What harm in it is it? Do you believe would come to you for waking up and saying, I'm not going to be bitter today? I'm just not. After you thank the good Lord for waking you up, after you waking up, well, if you wake up in the morning, you thank him for waking you up again. And then to say, that you choose not to be bitter that day. You never know what was supposed to come later on down the road. And that you've just now spoken life into something versus, death into something. Because we know life and death is in the power of the tongue. What other affirmations are you including on your prosperity plan? We're going, all right, y'all. Y'all lucky I can't just knock me on the door or something and figure something out and test y'all for real. But before we get out of here, of that, right, of the positive affirmations that are on your prosperity plan, of that, what will help you be a better person unto others? Right? We oftentimes want to associate learning as a childlike characteristic. Think about it. You'd be easily offended if at some level of your significant other introduced you to their family, right? To their family for the first time over the holidays, saying, yeah, I teach him or her everything like a baby. You'd be like, girl, what? Given delivery plays a role, but that's the issue in being known for obtaining knowledge, right? Like a sponge. It's not only for children. We live in a society where there seems to be some cutoff for when you should just know everything. Yet it's people twice your age that are judging you for okay. For it knowing, for not knowing, and what they expected you to figure out in order to teach them because they don't know either, right? They're judging you, but they're older than you. They want you to know what you should know, and they don't know it either. Stop judging one to another, period. That's it. Also, choose not to be easily offended. Believe it or not, that's doing a disservice to our community, us as a people, and to the kingdom. Okay? All in all, be patient in your spirit. Till next week. Peace.